The best LEGO set ideas for LEGO Stranger Things. From Brenner's lab to Vecna's house, we dig deep into the moments in the series that should be recreated in LEGO. And as always, if you disagree or have any ideas, leave them below in the comments. Random moment of you should subscribe. Do it. When I do this, I get infinite amount of subs. Why haven't you done it? Just do it. Do it. So starting off then, we have got some great sets to talk about. And I'm going to go through a bunch of sets. We should have 5 in total, possibly 6 if you want to feel a bit special. The first one is, I think, a pick. You could have Will and Jonathan's and Joyce's in the Byers house from California from the start of the series, which is quite cool. You could have Elle's room, Will's room, Jonathan's room, and all like depicting different parts of them from the past year that we didn't really see in the series. Or you could have Eddie's house, or when he's hidden by in the boat afterwards, and then you could have the boat scene with Jason, where obviously Jason's friend gets killed by Vecna. That would be a really great one to do as well, and I think I would personally do that. Out of those two options, I think that's a really big moment when Jason sort of flips it from being in denial and being like Eddie's just doing all these murderers to being like he's doing witchcraft or doing stuff. So I think Jason really switches it there. Now, there's obviously a lot to do with these sets, and that set is maybe like it's the reason it's bottom of my list of sets that you could recreate is that what importance does it have to the story? Like compared to the rest of the ones I've got on this list, except for maybe one, I do think that we have a lot to talk about in what should be done as in this set. So the next one I've got on is the lab. Now this can be the lab as in Eleven's mind when she's going back to the past, when she sees one against herself and doing all that stuff. That could obviously be there as well. But I think instead I would do the lab where the basis of operations are for her at the time with Brenner and everyone and the new people, and when she first sees them, she's scared, she tries to run and all of that stuff. I think that could be a very good idea. And then also you could have people like the military coming in. I would do it basically when the military infiltrate it. You'd have some of the military men, Brenner, 11, the other doctor, I can't quite remember his name right now. And I think that would be a really cool set. And then that coincides with the next LEGO set that you have on there, the minivan. Now, where's the importance of the story of the minivan? Why would you do the minivan? What the hell would you want the minivan in LEGO set form? It's LEGO. You're going to get a vehicle of some sort. If you do a LEGO Stranger Things set theme, then you're obviously going to get that. And I think the minivan is definitely a way forward to go. I would definitely have the minivan in there, the piece of pilot. I mean, it had so much importance. Pretty much Will, Jonathan, and Mike, and I can't quite remember his name. Again, I'm sorry, I'm sure there's many stands for him in the comments. But I do think that the minivan would be really cool, seeing as they were there for pretty much the whole entire series. Realistically, driving around, escaping this van, taking 11 to places, running away from the military at different points. I think that personally would be a set that I would choose for LEGO Stranger Things. Also, Vecna's house. Now, Vecna's house is really interesting to me because like these transformative LEGO sets where you have, maybe the best example to look at is the LEGO Death Star, when you have each different room sort of symbolizing a different part on the Death Star, but also could have a different event on the Death Star. So you could have one from the first Death Star, one from the second Death Star, stuff like this. That's what I'd have with Vecna's house. Now I'd have Steve, Nancy and Robin trying to go there to kill Vecna in the attic. I have an upside down feel, so that on the opposite side you have Lucas and Max and Jason on the other side. I would also have it connecting to the upside down, which means that you could have Dustin and Eddie in this set as well, fighting off bats, which unfortunately we know kills off Eddie, which was a very emotional scene. And then I would also have a part of, just anywhere in the house. So you got Erica as well outside, and there's so many different things from that house that come back in the series, whether it's in the real world or the upside down. I would do that as well. I mean, when you're watching the series, you're like, why are these guys trying to go there to stop Vecna? And then they end up doing that. I mean, they needed Eleven's help, obviously. Max is brain dead in it. But I personally would like to see Lego Stranger Things sets coming soon. And I think that Vecna's house is literally a way to bring all of the characters in together, connect it, and push it forward. And I mean, that way we can get a few characters we haven't got before. Obviously we have all of the original characters, Hopper and Joyce and stuff like that. Now I would also, you know, add in Eddie, Vecna, number 1 just before he turns into Vecna, and all of the kids when they've grown up as well would be a really core part to put in, because there's loads of characters that we have not got from Series 3 and Series 4 when they built that upside down, obviously, on Will's house. Now, one bit to maybe extend from that then is Max's mind. Now, in Max's mind, she's obviously trying to escape, run from Vecna at different points. You see Billy in it, you see her running around Vecna's house, and she's in the disco room from the series Season 2, and she meets Eleven, who then tries to fight off number 1, or Vecna, and fails, and Max, like, obviously gets really badly injured, really badly hurt, and stuff like that. So I do think it is going to be tough to do this as a Lego set, but I would love it if they had, like, sort of a transformative piece again, but in Max's mind. I think that's a set that I would love to see, with the disco room, Billy, part of Vecna's house. Just so much you can actually add to Lego Stranger Things sets. I think you've definitely got to consider all of these ones together. And also, I haven't really mentioned the Russians or anything they're doing. Like, where would the Russians come into it in Season 5? I don't know if they will be in it or will we not be, but you've got, obviously, the prison is probably the major thing you would take back, or maybe even the helicopter or the plane. But I think probably, yeah, the prison with a sort of Demogorgon mold, which would be really cool again to see. I was always a little bit disappointed with the Demogorgon mold from the original set, because he's just like a normal figure. I would quite like him to have, like, I don't know, be a bit more transformative, because obviously he goes from, like, being quite a small guy to, like, just exploding up in height and being massive and all of that. So yeah, definitely would like to see that in the future from the Russian point of view, and all of these sets would be really, really cool. Obviously we've got lots of sets from Season 3 which would be really cool, and I hope when Season 5 comes out they would do a set such as that as well, which would be a little bit harsh, or not harsh, but a little bit, you know, like if we did Season 3 sets, obviously we want Season 4 sets, and then we want Season 5 sets as well, which would be really cool to see. I hope that Lego picks some more, if anyone does them, on Lego ideas. But yeah, I'm really excited to see if we get any Lego Stranger Things sets coming soon. I mean, there might already be news or leaks or anything of it. I've literally just sat down, made this video on sets I would like to see in the Lego Stranger Things set. So guys, tell me what you guys would like to see in the comments. Would you like Lego Stranger Things sets? Or would perhaps you want just to leave it with one signature set? I'm not disappointed with Lego as a whole right now. I don't really have any interest in any of the new sets. Like, in Lego Harry Potter is probably the one thing I'm closest to, but I'm not in that moment where I really have the need to spend loads of money on buying Lego sets. I haven't bought a Lego set in ages. Instead, I'm just going to maybe look at buying some old Lego sets now. I mean, I have a regret of not getting the Lego Stranger Things set before it went away at the start of this year, so hopefully I can find that for cheap somewhere. But yeah, thank you guys for watching another Lego Active video. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to follow my Twitter, and make sure to really leave a comment below. And check out my latest Lego Batman video. I started playing that 10 years afterwards. So yeah, cheers guys, and I'll see you in the next one.